We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. Happy Halloween, boos and ghouls! Gloomy Pond here to be your guide and help you through to the other side. So, are you ready to consume? And you have no fear of your impending doom? Halloween is upon us! This is our time. A time for spooks and scary stories to twist your mind. Then you are in the right place, so get ready to embrace. Now that you have your treats and played your tricks, why don't you like, comment, share, and subscribe with a quick click. And with your knife, slash that bell. Now you have opened the door to tonight's hellish tales. I had a friend that mirrored everything that I would do. She wore the same clothes, hairstyle, and had the same interests. She even liked the same foods. It's scary watching her slowly turn into me. I believe she is trying to steal my identity. I had caught her telling a story that happened to me as a child. And when I confronted her about it, she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. I would do everything I could to stay away from her. And I won't tell her anything. I was hoping she would get the point and she would stop her shenanigans. Stop her mirroring. But unfortunately, the situation got worse. She followed me everywhere I would go, so she could say she was there first. She even changed her first and last name to my first and last name. So if she took something that was mine, she could say, it was a mistake. I was getting tired of her fucking head games. She was always trying to gaslight me. Always trying to say, I'm copying her. To get people to believe. I told her she needed to stop trying to be me. She needs to find herself and trust in her own personality. She told me I was the thief and I was mimicking her. And she wanted me to concede. She had the nerve to tell me she was flattered that I liked her style. But it was time for me to stop. She didn't want the situation to become hostile. I asked her, was that a threat? She told me, no. But she didn't want to do anything that she would regret. She just wanted me to stop trying to be her, to stop being fake. That I needed to stop the self-hate. I told her, you're the one who is copying me! And she needs to wake up to reality. She said, well, there can only be room for one of us. And at this point, she had enough. She attacked me and put her hand around my throat as she pressed down and I started to choke. But I was able to break away, run and leave. I found someone to help me, and they called the police. She was arrested and taken to jail. But she told them they had the wrong person. I attacked her. She was just defending herself. They did a psych evaluation, and now she is placed in a criminal insane asylum penitentiary. Until this day, she still believes that she is me. Did you ever have a magic 8-ball when you were young? I used to have one, and I played with it for hours. It was really fun. Asking about my future, waiting for the answer it would predict, and if it would come true, and in hope it would be accurate. So I felt lucky to find one in a garage sale. It was on sale for 50 cents. It was dirt cheap. I think they just wanted to get rid of it. And if I didn't have 50 cents, they would have given it to me for free. But now, I wish I didn't buy it. Because now I see. The reason they didn't want it is very obvious to me. When I ask simple questions like, will I marry a handsome man? Or will I become rich? The answer would come back, ask again later. Try again. Or don't count on it. Since it was giving me nothing but negative comments, I thought I would be smart and ask, when am I going to die? Yes, was its first positive reply. I started to nervously laugh. That had to be a fluke. So I said, okay, and I asked again, will I die? It replied, it is certain. And a third time, without a doubt. I started to feel really afraid. I don't want to move off my couch. I thought to myself, this toy is fucking with me. You can't really predict the future. This is a game of random chances. So many outcomes and possibilities. I'm just being silly. I say, of course I'm going to die one day. We all are. That is part of life. So this prediction was right. I started to feel a bit better with that morbid thought in my head. This plastic toy doesn't know anything about death. So I ask, will I die soon? It replied, yes, definitely. And the next moment, I hear a loud crash and a boom! A car crashed into the side of my house and hit the backside of my gas stove, which sparked, and now fire consumed my living room. This toy predicted my doom. But thankfully, I was able to escape with just a few scrapes. When the fire department pulled me out of the fire, they recovered the magic 8-ball in good condition. A few scratches, but nothing major, just minor. I screamed, get that cursed thing far away from me! I never want to see it again! Throw it away, please! I feel that damn ball was possessed and was trying to kill me. And that is a prediction I don't have to ask about. Because that is a yes, definitely. It's been a year to the date since I escaped. I know you're asking. Escape from where? I escaped from hell. And I don't have plans to go back there. I wasn't a godly man when I was alive. I lived the way I wanted to. I wasn't worried about where I would go in my afterlife. But to my surprise, when I died, I woke up in hell. I thought to myself, oh shit, hell is real. There were people screaming in pain and agony. An unbelievable spectacle to see. I knew then and there I needed a way out. I needed to find a route. This was my mission. I had to escape. I had to find a way. The newcomers to hell had to be gathered so we could be branded like cattle. It's the way they keep track of us here. It's their way to keep us scared and in fear. Now, we are assigned to different levels of hell. Levels that begin from 1 to 12. With the first level for minor sins, like little white lies, stealing, and spreading propaganda over and over again. As you move up the levels, your sins are more heinous as you go. From self-harm to harming children, to murder, to cannibalism. The list goes on and on. But worst of all isn't the 12th level. No, there's a special level. Yes, there's one more. A 13th level for the worst and egregious of all. It's wherever sin of man was born. It's the primordial ooze that spawned you from billions of years ago. This is where we all come from, the beginning and the end. Just one big circle. But this is how I will escape. Through this level, there lies a gate. A back door to our world, an entry point, a cross-section, a joint. When I heard this, I made a plan. I had to take a chance. I was assigned level 2. My sins were drinking, cursing, and drugs. I lived a party lifestyle. In my younger years, I was a bit wild. Hell levels end in a spiral, with the 13th level being the beginning and the first being the ending. I know this sounds confusing and hard to comprehend, but I decided that day I was going to make my escape. So I jumped and took a leap of faith. I dove and fell from level 2 to level 13 into the primordial ooze. I was planning to swim through. I was determined to make it back to Earth. I had no choice. It had to work. But when I hit the ooze, it was very sticky, and penetrating it was very tricky. But I made it through somehow. I feel with the help of God. Because I wasn't harmed, and I could hear the roar of all demons in hell as they were alarmed. But what I didn't anticipate when I escaped through the primordial ooze, that I would be reborn again as a newborn baby in my new mother's womb. And this is how I escaped hell and reincarnated back into our world. This is my second chance, and I'm going to make the best of it, because hell is one place I don't want to ever return.
So, now that you have your horror fix and enjoyed our killer stories and you got your kicks, your time is up here. It has expired. Your presence here is no longer required. But we thank you for your time and come back soon for more of our poetic horror story rhymes.